Hello, Walter State students. This is Bill Berquist, your instructor, and what I thought I would do is make a recording on some of these grader projects because I've been getting a lot of questions about some of the steps. So I'm using Camtasia Studio, and I'm going to make a video here on the Chapter 5 grader project. I went ahead and printed it out, and I skipped the first step, and I got the files downloaded here. Let me go up here into my folder. And there it is, the grader. I'm going to double click on that. There's also another file that we create a hyperlink to, so I went ahead and downloaded that one as well. And there is our file. Okay, one thing I do is I go through the file first. I just kind of look at the different worksheets and see what kind of things they're going to have me do. And it doesn't look too bad. And I'm just going to start reading the steps here. Step 1 I've already done. Been there, done that. Just start Excel and open the file. My first, or actually I should say my second step, step number 2, reads sort the values in the campus column using a custom sort order list. Use the following order: Valley, Park, and then West. Alright, so I'll go over here to campus, and I got Valley, Park, and West, and I want to sort them, but I want Valley to be first, and then Park, and then West. Now, I'm a big time right clicker. I love right clicking and I love keyboard shortcuts, but I'll try to show you both ways. To turn your filter on, now this is already set to a table, so my filter is already set. You can go to sort in the filter, and I'll pick custom sort. Another option, which I think is quicker, is to right click inside the column and go to sort and then custom sort. And I'll go right over here to the end. I'm going to sort by campus. That's simple enough. And my order is going to be a custom list because they want a custom list of Valley, Park, and then West. So I'll click in here and I'll type in Valley, enter, Park, enter, and then West. And you can click Add. And it's right over here. And make sure I click on it, and I'll click OK. And I'll click OK again. Now if you notice, all the records are sorted in Valley, Park, and West. It's not an alphabetical order, it's just a custom order. Okay? Let's take a look at step 3. Sort the sport group column in ascending order as a second level sort in the table, and then sort the program name column in ascending order as a third sort in the table. Okay, so we'll sort of just do this the cool way. Let's see, the sport group column, which is right here. I'm going to right click, go to sort, and pick custom sort. Now I already have a first level, which is the Valley, Park, and West, but they want 2 more levels, so I'm going to click add level. Okay, and it says sort the sport group column ascending order as a second. Okay, the sport group, there we go. The sport group column in ascending order as the second level sort in the table, and then sort the program name column in ascending order as the third level. So I'll click add level again, and I'm going to pick the program name. Okay, and they want ascending, which is A to Z. Remember, you got ascending and descending. Ascending is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Descending is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, ascending is Alan, Bill, Charlie, David. Descending is David, Charlie, Bill, Alan. And they're both A to Z, so I should be good to go, and I'll double check it here. I look good for step number 3, and I'll click OK. And now they're sorted. Okay, now they're sorted within the sport group, primarily by here. Valley's always first, then Park, then West. Within those velvet ropes, within that sort, then I have it by sport group. Okay, and then lastly, by program name. Okay, my program name, which is, where it is, right here. Okay, so we should be good to go. Alright, step number 4, convert the table to a range. That's simple enough. With my cursor anywhere on the table, I'll go to the Design tab on the ribbon, see where it says Table Tools, and I'll click Design, and right over here, Convert to Range. This just converts it to a basic normal range of cells, which is what it says right there on the screen tip. I'll click it. It'll ask for confirmation, say yes, and number 4 is done. Okay, step 5. Display the sports season comparison worksheet. Now, one thing you want to do, y'all, is make sure you read the entire question before you start clicking things. Sometimes I kind of get out of that I have a bad habit of I just start clicking before I read. Read everything first. Display the sports season comparison worksheet. Name the range A2 through F3 using the name criteria. Name the range A6 through F15 database, and then range A18 to F18 using the name extract. Okay, so display the sports comparison worksheet, and there it is. Okay, now here it looks like we're going to do some extracting. We're going to type in some criteria up here, and then have these records get pulled from the database based on this criteria and displayed down here. Okay, and that's basically in plain English what's going to happen. So let's try this. Name the range A2 through F3 using the name criteria. So A2 through F3, which there's A2 across and down. Now here's a cool trick not many people know about. If you have trouble identifying range addresses, like when it's given to you, like A1 to A50, you can always type it up here in the name box. So I'll click up there in the name box, and what was it? A2 to F3. A2 colon F3, and I'll hit enter, and then that range is highlighted. That's a lot easier sometimes, especially if it's like a big range, like 300 cells or 500 columns. Using the name box is a better way to highlight your range. And it wants me to name it criteria. I'll click right in here. In the name box, type in criteria. Watch your spelling. Okay, take your time. You're not living in a microwave oven. Okay, so just take your time. Criteria is spelled correctly. I'll hit enter. And now this block of cells is no longer A2 to F3. Now it's called criteria. And then let's see the next one here. A6 to F15. So I'll click up in here. A6 colon F15 and hit enter. Okay, looks good. Make sure the range makes sense, and it encapsulates all the cells, so I'm pretty confident that it's good to go. Okay, A6 through F15, we're going to name it database. Database is just a generic list of all your data. Type slowly. There we go. Database, spelled right. Yes, it is. Hit enter. And now that block of cells is called database. And then down here, what do they want us to do? A18 through F18, extract. So A18 to F18. Okay, I went ahead and just highlighted it. And I'll click up here in my name box and type in extract. Again, double check your spelling, make sure it's okay. And we're looking good. Okay, we're looking good. Now I've got these 3 blocks of cells with a specific range name. If you want to go to a specific range name, you can click the down pointing triangle up here, and there's all 3 of them. Criteria, there it is. Database, there's that one. There that one is, and extract. Voila. Okay, we're looking good. Alrighty, let's see what our next step here is. That takes care of step number 5. Step number 6. In cell D3, type fall, and in cell E3, type summer. Create an advanced filter that will copy all the records from the database range with fall as their primary season and summer as their secondary season to the range A18 to F18. Okay, so I've read the whole question here. In cell D3, type fall. Okay, I'm in cell D3. If you're not sure you're in the right cell, always look in the name box and it tells me that I'm in cell D3. And I'll type in fall. Okay, uppercase, lowercase probably doesn't matter. In the real world, it doesn't matter with a but. Okay, on these simulations and greater projects, I do it exact. That way, I leave very little room for error. Okay, and E3 will be summer, and I'll type that in here. And boom. Okay, that takes care of that first step. Create an advanced filter that will copy all the records from the database range with fall as their primary season and summer as their secondary season to the range A18 through F18. Alright, here's what's happening. I want to tell Excel to look at these 2 criteria. Okay, primarily this one and then secondarily this one. Primary fall, secondary summer. And then look for them in my list of records here. Then take out only those records that meet it, I don't know, 3 or 4 records, and then plop it down here in this range. Okay, so let's do that now. I'm going to go to, let's see here, that would probably be on my data tab, and it is. There's my filter, and there's my advanced filter. Okay, there's my advanced filter. Yeah, options for filtering using complex criteria. So I'm going to click on advanced right here. Well, I'll click on my table down here. I don't think you have to, but I'll click down there. Advanced. Okay. Filter the list in place or copy to another location. That's where I want to copy it to. And boom. Okay. And here we go. The list range is A6 through F15, which is the database. The criteria range is A2 through F3. Okay. And my copy to is A18 through F18. So I think I'm looking good. So basically, look in this database, in this list range, for all the records that meet this criteria, and copy it, or plop it down to range A18 through F18. And I'll hit OK. And there they are. I got 4 records that meet both those criteria. Okay, and that's using an advanced filter, and that takes care of step number 6. Okay, let's go on to step number 7 now. Display the stipends by group worksheet. Okay, first off, what is a stipend? Okay, stipends basically pay. Okay, it's usually extra pay for something. Maybe like if you work and you do a lot of traveling, you might get a stipend for gas. Okay, like if you make deliveries, like if you travel between campuses or whatever, you might be allowed $50 a month or $100 a month gas, and they call that a stipend. Okay, all right. Let's see here. This is an easy one. Display the stipends by group worksheet, and I have sort the data in ascending order, first by group and then by coach stipend. All right, this is an easy one. I'll just right-click anywhere in the table, go to Sort, and pick Custom. And we're going to first sort it by group. There we go. In ascending order, which is A to Z, which is already in there, and then by coach stipend. So I'll hit Add Level, then by coach stipend. And that's also ascending, okay, which is smallest to largest. Largest to smallest would be descending. Okay, and I'll hit OK. And question 7 is complete. Let's go to question number 8. Subtotal the data on the stipends by group worksheet at each change in group using the sum function. Add the subtotals to the coach stipend column. Okay, not too bad. What I'm going to do here is make sure my cursor is anywhere in the table. Okay, one thing you don't want to do is have it over here or down here. You want to have it anywhere in the table. A lot of people in the real world highlight it. Okay, and you can, but you don't have to. It's an extra step. You're just wasting your time. Just make sure your cursor is in the table. And I'm going to go to the Data tab again, which we're already there. And down here at the end, I got my Subtotal button. I'm going to click on Subtotal. And there's my subtotal. Let's see what it says here. And look at each change in, use function, and add subtotal to... Okay, subtotal the data on the stipends by group worksheet at each change in group. Okay, so group. Careful, don't pick group number. It says group. Okay, yeah, you don't want to misread that. And it says use the sum function, which is already selected. And it says add the subtotal to the coach stipend. The add subtotal to is always going to be a column that has numbers in it. And if you look at this, the only one that really has numbers in it is the money amounts. Group number, it's a number, yeah, but it's not really used as a number. Okay, so this is going to be it right here. And I'll click OK. And there we go. And now we have it broken down by group. Okay, all the courts, court total, all the fields, field total, the others, other total, and all the water, water total, and then a grand total down here at the bottom. Okay, now this is sort of like an accordion. You can stretch it out and collapse it. Okay, expand and collapse is the correct terminology. And I got my different levels right over here, 1, 2, and 3. Right there, 1, 2, and 3. I think it has us do something there in a second. Add the subtotal to the coach stipend column. Okay, we've done that. So step 8 is complete. Step 9, collapse the outline so that the level 2 summary information is displayed, and then auto fit column C and D. Okay, so this is level 1, level 2, and level 3. Yeah, we're going to collapse each level 2 right here. So click your minus sign. See how the minus changes to a plus? That means there's more records in there. but I'll keep on collapsing it. Collapse, collapse, and there we go. Okay, there's a little summary. We sort of closed our accordion. All right. Level 2 summary information displayed, and then auto fit columns C and D. Here's the cool way to auto fit a couple of columns. I'll go to the letter C and drag straight across to D, then put your mouse cursor between the two letters there, C and D. I get that double-headed arrow, and then double click. And that sets the auto fit column feature, which makes it to the widest entry. Okay, so I think step number 9 is complete. Okay, number 10. Select all 3 worksheets and modify the page setup so that each worksheet fits on one page and is centered horizontally. Okay, there's a couple ways we can select them all. I'm just going to right-click any tab down here and select all sheets. Okay, now all sheets are selected. How do I know that they're selected, though? If you look up here in the title bar, it has the word group inside brackets. And that means that all my worksheets are kind of grouped together. And what that means is whatever I do to one worksheet will happen to all 3 worksheets. For instance, if I go to cell F9 or F7 and I type in Walter State Community College and hit enter, Walter State Community College will be entered on all 3 worksheets in cell F7. Okay? And we're going to do a page layout so it affects all 3 sheets here. All right? You modify the page setup so that, this is step number 10, modify the page setup so that each worksheet fits on one page and is centered horizontally. Okay, so this page layout, and I would just go to my little More button right here where it says Page Setup and bring up the Page Setup dialog box. There we go. And Scaling Fit to one page right here. And then on my margins is my Center Horizontally on my Margins tab right up there. Okay. And is that all they want us to do here? Yep. So that I'll hit OK. And wait a couple seconds. There we go. Got a little nervous there for a second, but it ended up okay. Alright, number 11. With all the worksheets still selected, change the theme to Slice. Okay, so my Themes is on the Page Layout tab. Themes, and then Slice. Remember what a theme is. It's sort of a set of attributes that go across the board. Every company has some sort of theme colors that they go by. I worked at Carnival Cruise Lines down in Miami, and it was red, white, and blue. Okay. Just like team colors. Okay, that's sort of their theme. All right. I changed the theme to Slice. Number 12. With all the worksheets still selected, change the font theme to Corbel. So I'll go to Fonts under right next to Themes here, and I'll pick Corbel. And I'll click on that, and it changes my font theme a little bit. Okay, looks good. That's step number 12. Step number 13. With all the worksheets still selected, add the sheet name element to the center section of the footer using the Page Layout tab. Let's see here, under Page Layout. I'm not really sure where they want us to go for the headers and footers, but we'll do what it says. I just go to the Insert tab and do it there. But under the Page Layout tab, I'll just go to my Page Setup dialog box. And there's my header footer. Okay. And add the sheet name element to the center section of the footer using the Page Layout tab. Okay, so custom footer, the center section, and they want the sheet name element, which is one of these, I think. File name, insert sheet name right there. Yeah, you sort of just got to roll your mouse over them and get the right one. Insert sheet name. It puts a code in there, ampersand tab inside brackets, and I'll hit OK, and I'll hit OK again. And hopefully that one's good to go. My computer's being a little stubborn tonight. Alright, that takes you to number 13. Number 14. Ungroup the worksheets and display the Valley Park West worksheet. In cell J1, insert a hyperlink to the downloaded Coach Information Workbook. Enter the text, click here for contact information as the screen tip for the hyperlink. Okay, so ungroup the worksheets. That's real simple. Just click any tab. Boom, there we go. Okay, display the Valley Park West worksheet. And there it is, my Valley Park West worksheet. Very important on these grader projects, y'all, is make sure that you're on the right sheet. Okay, like that one with the flowers, with the bulbs and the tulips and all that. That one was kind of tricky. It'd be between trees and flowers, or trees and tulips, whatever it was. You got to be careful. Make sure that you're on the right sheet. In cell J1, which is the word coach, insert a hyperlink to the downloaded coach information file. Okay, so I'm going to right-click right here. Or you can do a Control-K on the keyboard. Control-K is your keyboard shortcut for a hyperlink. And I'll go down here to hyperlink. And there's my file right there. It's in the Grader project file. You might have to navigate to yours, like over here using the navigation buttons. But mine's right there, coach information. And I'll click screen tip. Move it up there a little for you. Okay. Again, watch your spelling. Spelling counts, folks. Spelling counts. Let's see. Click here for contact information. Notice there's no period in there. Okay. Click here for contact information. Whoops. There we go. No period. Just stop typing right there. Double check my spelling. Even the simple words sometimes I mess up. Click here for contact information. I'll hit OK. And the link is pointing to that file. I'll hit OK. And now it's a link. I'm not going to click it, but you can roll your mouse over it and make sure that your little screen tip pops up. And I'm looking good. Okay. That takes care of number 14. Number 14 is all done. Number 15. I'm going to save my file real quick. I haven't saved my file. You want to save your file every now and then. Control S is a good keyboard shortcut to keep saving your file. And let's see here. Number 15. Change the font color for cell J1 to orange accent 5 darker 25%. Well, my cursor's already on J1. I'll go to home. And there's my font color. There are my oranges. Orange accent 5 darker 25%. Be careful, don't pick lighter 25%. Pick darker 25%. And I'm looking good. Okay. Ensure, that takes care of number 15. Number 16, our last step here. Ensure that the worksheets are correctly named and placed in the following order in the workbook. Valley Park West, Sports Season Comparison, Stipends by Group. Save the workbook, close the workbook, then exit Excel. Submit the workbook as directed. Okay. Let me do one more save here. And here's a cool way to see if the files or the worksheets are in proper order. A lot of people don't know this, but you can right-click and see all your sheet names in the proper order right there. Okay. And let me double-check it here. Valley Park West, Sports Season Comparison, and Stipends by Group. Okay, hit cancel. One more save for good luck. And I'll do file and close. Now I'm going to go to my IT lab here, and let's update it and let's see how I did. Okay, I'm hoping I have 100, but if I don't, we'll take a look at it and see what happened. Alright, you don't always get 100 the first time. Let's see. I'm going to click here, and I'll click Start. Upload completed file. Choose file. Documents. There we go. Grader 5. Yeah, be careful. Don't upload the coach information by accident. Oh, take your time. We're not living in a microwave. Let me double click that. And I'll click on upload. And it is uploading. Okay. Your completed file has been successfully uploaded. You must also click Finish Submit for grading. I'll click down there. And I'll return to the course. Alright, let's see how I did. Okay, I've got my fingers crossed here. Hopefully I get 100. I'll go right over here, and I'll pick View Submissions. And I got 100%. Woohoo! Okay. Alright, so hopefully this video helped you out on doing that grader project. If they do, just let me know through an email, on eLearn. If you want any more videos. If I get some extra time, I got the house to myself tonight, so there's no kids running around. I can make some more videos, like on chapter 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. Remember, we got to do up to chapter 11 in here, okay? And we're barely halfway done, but we're 2/3, actually about 3/4 of the way through the semester. So if you have any trouble, drop me a line, drop me an email, and I can get some more videos up here for you. All right, y'all have a great day.